Hey, what's up? I'm Hunter Hayes from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. Yeah, I mean, my memories are limited. Um, I don't know, maybe I've just blocked everything but the stuff I like thinking about out accidentally. We all do that. I'm not the only one. It's hard for me to kind of, not that I need to compare it, but it's hard for me to put it in perspective because I just was always making noise. I guess music was just like such a comfort zone for me. It was a home and just gave me, it just it just recharged my heart anytime I needed it. It still does, still is in a lot of ways, for better or worse. But I don't know, man. I remember always looking forward to always being in school, and like my notebooks were full on the side of like tour bus floor plans or like stage designs, or which is why I'm so obsessed with production. Or like I would make a fake day sheet, which I didn't know they were called day sheets, but I would make a fake schedule, and like while I was living my high school life, would imagine what I would be doing on the road at that time of day, and just placed myself there. And then like we'd play on the weekends, and that's the one thing I always look forward to the most, was like the shows playing, you know. Oh no, I definitely am starstruck, and it's not even just artists or entertainers. I'm still nervous around Dan Huff. For me, it's not as much the celebrity status as much as it is. It's the professor in them, right? They don't know it, but they're a teacher in a lot of ways, and so you want to study them, and that's kind of, I just feel like such a student around so many people. It is a starstruck thing, but in a different kind of way, I guess. You know, I had zero perspective when I met President Clinton. I had zero idea of like the gravity of being, you know, on the grounds at the White House, and then getting the call back. We got another invite, and just the importance. I wish I did, because I'd give anything to go back right now and just soak it in a little bit more. But you know, when you're 7, it's kind of like, cool. When do I get to play? It's just so sad. Well, the pictures is such a rarity. It's so removed from our normal line of releasing music, and that was kind of the point. I was still writing for this next project and this next album, and very much still see albums as albums. I refuse to see them otherwise. But knew that I loved these songs. But as we write close to 200 songs for this project, it's very easy for things to get lost, and a lot of things have already gotten lost. And these are songs that I cared about, that I loved. But honestly, looking back, even then, I knew they probably wouldn't, topically wouldn't fit on the record as far as topic, not topically. Forget it. Point being, I wanted these songs to have their own life. And Pictures was something we wanted to do for a long time. We wanted to do this 3-part video series, make a little mini movie. We've been talking about doing that for years, and this was kind of, it just fell on our lap. It was like, this feels like the perfect time to do that. And just we all talked about it at the premiere, actually, of the 3 videos. Every idea that we threw out on the table got used and happened, and was seen all the way through. So total testament to, I mean, credit to a label that like believes in a crazy creative. My team for pulling it off. I mean, there were a lot of things that could have gone wrong, and they all made it happen. And I was so happy to be able to do something creative like that for those songs that, again, that I love. You know, yeah, it takes a lot of different sort of ways to feel recharged, as far as for like releasing stuff, because I mean, I'm writing almost, or in the studio, creating. I live in a studio. Like I don't go to a studio. I live in it, and so it's constant creativity, but it's all in a vacuum. There's nobody around. It's like me, you know, my buddy, and maybe 2 other people at the most. So it's like, it's so. It's like being freed out of jail when anything comes out, and you know, that's a perfect example. But yeah, it's fun to be able to talk about things outside of a context of an album, because like I said, I believe in albums. But at the same time, there are songs that aren't gonna fit in that format. That still, I mean, I would love to see them come out and have some kind of story behind them. Long after, not during. It's funny, man. It's like during, you're kind of just with every like thing that you check off your box, you just keep adding. You know, which I think is the point. I think that's the point of life, right? It's the adventure. It's not the destination. It's the trip. You know, the saying. 20 different versions of that I live by, and I believe it's about the experience. And but I've definitely gotten caught up for sure. I've had my chapters of like, okay, now what? What's next? Versus breathe, take it in, dude, enjoy it. You know. And there were plenty of times that I wish I would have, but I think going forward with that is huge. Man, I just believe in doing something that matters to you, whatever you do. So for me, I write about things that I've experienced because to me, talking about it matters. The conversation matters. And what I hope my fans get out of my music is that it is a conversation. It is I've been there too. It is a safe place for them, and makes them feel like they have a place, and that they've got a friend, even anyhow distant and we may never meet. We meet through the music, and yeah, just a sense of belonging, I guess, you know.